Hello nerds, welcome back to Leveling Up in Wildstar with Meems. Last time we left off, I had arrived at Jarek's claim in Algoroc. We hit level 9, we had done some of the explorer missions, and we had gotten attacked by a pirate, which we are going to hunt down. This is Dead Star Menace. We're going to meet Deadeye Brightland on the Skull's Eye. That's the pirate ship that's over here. And we had a couple other missions around here as well. We were going to do some explorer missions, hopefully get up to level 10 and take a look at crafting. So I'm going to jump right in and grab some buffs and then head on out into the world. I'm going to make sure that I do hit level 10 and hopefully finish off this area in this video and then move into the next one. I also want to show you, like I said, show you guys crafting. We'll see. I imagine that being a tailor and then whatever gathering goes with Taylor, I'll be doing that one as well. So I'll get right into the questing, and I will get back to you guys as soon as I'm done. Alright guys, so I want to show you one of these. You'll find these periodically throughout the world. If you remember back in my first video, I showed you one of them. It was pretty obvious though, so just wanted to see how randomly they can be sitting out. Sometimes they're really out in the open like this. Sometimes you might have to like climb to the top of a mountain or look behind like a hidden wall or something along those lines. They're all over the place. They're just for lore. When you click on one, you get a little lore story, so I'll let you guys hear that. I'm not going to stop for every single one of them, but I did want you guys to see what one looks like. Just really easy. You walk up, right click, you've got it. You can even do it as you're running by. Slow down.
The sheer geological variety on the surface of the planet is awe-inspiring. A testament to the titanic forces unleashed during its formation.
There you go, there's a little taster for it. You can see it gives you some, it basically reads the text to you. That's why I stopped it. You can read it if you want to, go back and pause it. But other than that, I'm going to continue on questing, and I will get back to you guys as soon as I'm done. Alright guys, so this is kind of a, I want to call it a side mission because it's part of the storyline, but basically you'll see periodically these kind of missions where they take you off-world. What it is there will be some sort of like rock that you, like an asteroid that's being mined that you need to defend the mine, or you need to go up, in this case you need to go up and take out the pirate in his own ship and blow up his ship, all that kind of stuff. And basically what it does is it takes you up to a ship, so it kind of creates this little instance. It's just for you. It's just like a single person instance. When you go in, you can also, just, I don't want to activate that yet, but you can basically just activate the escape pod or whatever it is. You can tell because it's got this little kind of warp symbol. And what it does is that just takes you right back to where you were. But so I have a goal here. I need to find Captain Thokov, and kill him. So that's what I'm going to do. So here he is. Do a little rundown. We'll start with a couple of gamma rays. Drop both of our nullifiers. Probably hit him with a stun. Fisher. If we've gotten a proc for it, then I'll pop a dual shock, and then I'll use discharge to recharge my actuators. Rock and roll here. There's 1, 2. Drop the nullifiers, which apparently I can't do. Try and not get hit by stuff. There you go. And look at that, already dead. Didn't even need to get to the. Alright. So you can hear the alarms going off. Now I've killed him. The ship is going to self-destruct because I killed the captain. And he set it up as a booby trap, so I gotta get out of here. And so you can see now it just took me back to Algoroc. Because I took an escape pod, this is kind of a cute little, I don't know, flavor for the quest, I guess. It actually dropped me somewhere other than where I was. But it's convenient because I need to talk to Deadeye to turn in this quest, and hey, look who it is. So it all works out in the end, but that is kind of the gist of it. A lot of times it'll just take you back to wherever you left from. And it looks like we get a little upgrade here. So what do we want? Oh yeah, definitely support power because I'm going to be a healer. Oh, and it looks like I finished a quest line. So let's go ahead and equip that. And we will turn in the Loftite and then head out to Gallows Strife, which is a new area, it looks like, and we'll do some questing there. Oh, this life. 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 God, a devil, hounding me from hill to dale, from sea. Alright guys, so we arrived here in Gallo, and as you can see they're being kind of tormented. There's a gang apparently that's bothering them, and poor Peacekeeper William was strung up, and so we're going to take him down as requested.
I'm waiting.
And as you can see, this is a pretty major area. There's a bank here, which is that little kind of columned, looks like the Pantheon symbol. If it's yellow, that's actually the auction house. If it's white, then it's the bank. And you can see there's tons of vendors around. There's a taxi station, there's a transmat station, all sorts of stuff. So we're going to grab all the different quests that are around the area. Definitely want to make sure we do that. And see if we can't grab buffs from the settler station. Make sure that we activate the taxi here. Also, these are called bounty boards. If you see them up, they're in most major cities. And when you click on them, they're almost always group quests. So it's hunting down something big to kill. A lot of the two-person ones you can do on your own if you're kind of savvy to how the game works and how you play these things. I'm honestly not that good at it, but I can manage it. So you don't have to be like spectacular. You just have to have a basic, grasp of what to do. Interesting. It says I haven't unlocked Tremor Ridge, except I know for a fact that I have. So we'll have to go back up there at some point. Definitely want to set my transmat here because I have a feeling that I will be going back and forth. As you can see, there are trainers here, which we will get into as soon as we hit level 10, which is not very far away. So I'll go out and I'll do a little bit of questing, and then we'll come back and hit up the trainers. So outside of that, I need to go and talk to Chronicler Herrick Grenfell, and then I got some quests to do. So I'm going to do those. I'll probably go ahead and get all these before, well, no, I'll probably just see if I can't get to 10, and then I'll come back to town, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so that actually worked out nicely, because when I turned in the quest, I hit level 10, and it's giving me a quest to go and learn about trade skills. So I'm going to do that right now. Let me grab this little bit of lore that's sitting here, and then I will head out here over to where the trade skill area is. And basically what this is going to do is it's going to give me the ability to choose what my trade skills are going to be, the professions, hobbies, whatever you want to call them, depending on the MMO you might have played. It'll also give you cooking, which does not count as one of the two that you get to choose. So here you go, this guy's going to teach me how to cook. So for those of you that don't know how, all of the crafting works the same. So basically you go into your crafting. So right now I only have cooking. You choose what you want to craft, and then you load the schematic. When you load the schematic, it basically shows you. So in cooking, it gives you this kind of view. This is preview. I'm not at a crafting station. I'd have to be at a crafting station to actually make it. But basically, you start in the middle, and then you add ingredients, and you get into these zones. And somewhere in this zone is a circle, probably about that big, if even that. And if you land in that, you get one of these two recipes. And so there's one for each, spicy and sweet. I believe sweet is down here. Yeah, and spicy's over here. As you can see, a little pepper indicates the direction. And then you can see that the ingredients, if you guys can make that out, so like you have spicy ingredients will push you towards the spicy, sweet would push you down towards sweet, and then you have some combinations that kind of angle you. And so the goal is to get to those items. And as you do, you'll you'll level up in other professions. In cooking, you have to actually find different recipes, which I found a couple here, so I will show you those. They're all over the world, so when you get into a new town, check the vendors, see if there's one in there. If there is, grab it. They're usually pretty cheap. If you want to do cooking, if you don't care, skip them. So we'll go over here and we'll take a look at crafting as well. So turn in our crafting quest, and I will learn my trades. So I have to learn 2 trades from Trainer Thorpe. Trainers are shown by the, I don't know, the guy doing a curl, I guess, the arm doing a bicep curl. Yeah, so I can pick any 2 professions. So let's see, I think I want outfitter, yeah, so medium armor, which is what I am. Microchips, power cores, that's probably going to be what I'm looking for. Let's just double check. No. Alright, so I'm going to go with outfitter because that's the kind of gear that I wear.
Achievement granted.
Hey, look at that. And so I am now an outfitter. And the cool thing about Wildstar's professions is right off the bat they tell you a little bit about themselves, about the profession, and it tells you what it pairs well with, which is really useful. Because, if you've ever played an MMO before and you start out and you think, oh, I'll just grab a couple professions, and you grab something like tailoring and mining. Well, tailoring usually doesn't use a lot of minerals or ores, and so you're not really supplementing yourself. But Wildstar does this right off the bat. So outfitter, I'll grab survivalist as well. And this even tells you too that, okay, this is a gathering profession. It pairs well with outfitter or architect. So there we go. So now I've got 2 professions. Got it. Let's turn this back in, and I believe she's going to send me to craft some armor. There we go. And cut down some trees. Alright, so, see, I need to collect knotted hardwood. And what was the other one here? Oh, I need to get the chainsaw, obviously. So let's equip that. So this will allow me to actually chop down the trees as we go. And you can level them up, or not level them up, but you can buy, so like I got the novice, you can buy the apprentice once you become an apprentice, all the way up the ranks. And the higher up you go, the faster they cut. Basically, the more damage they do to the tree, so the faster they'll cut for you. Now, I also need to create some armor, I believe. Let's check here. Yes, so I need to craft a Scout's Lithe Tech Basic Palm Pads. So, let's go on in here. Alright, Scout's Lithe Tech Basic Palm Pads. That's a mouthful. So we'll go ahead and load the schematic, and we will craft one. So this is actually new. This is my first time doing outfitter. I haven't actually used this crafting schematic, so this is something else. So let's see how this works. So apparently I need to add a chip here. So I need to add chips in both of these. So I guess we'll add a quartz power core. Let's see what happens if we add a rough quartz power core. Alright, and so this tells us that this is our best match. So it looks like this is what we're... Oh, so this is actually... Okay, so this is kind of cool. This is a lock slot, so it's going to give us finesse, and we get to choose how much moxie we add. That's pretty neat. So let's... Oh, and so if I go over on the power, there's a chance to fail. So I don't want to fail, so let's make sure that I do this right. We'll go ahead and craft it right now. So there we go, and I get some outfitter XP. I also get step towards more crafting abilities. So if I open up my crafting here, and I look at the tech tree, and let's go to novice outfitter. So you can see if I do 4 of these, let's see, where was I? So if I get 4 of these and 3 of these, I don't know what this is doing, but if I get 3 of these novice flex compositing tech, so I craft 3 of these scout palm pads, then I will get into the next one, which allows me to craft the boots, which will then allow me to craft hands and so on and so forth, all the way down the rows. So you don't even need to actually like go out and find recipes to start with. I don't know if you do at the end game. I haven't gotten all the way there yet. But yeah, you can just start off crafting right off the bat, which is really cool. And then along the way, I haven't hit talents yet either. But apparently, by advancing through the tech trees, you'll get talent points, which you can then kind of choose talents as you go, which will assist with your trade skills. So I think that about covers the crafting. Let's see. So who do I need to bring my gloves to? Down here. So let's bring her these gloves.
We need to talk. You done right by us today, Exile.
All right, and I gained some more Outfitter XP, and we're done. It's nice and easy, nice little tutorial on the crafting system. I'll go out and I'll gather the heartwood as I go because it's going to be, since it's a gathering, it's going to be spread all over the zone, I'm sure. You can also see now that some of these icons are showing up. So this is for farming. This is for the little herbs. Everyone can do this, and when you get a house, you get a farming plot where you can plant the seeds that drop out of these. And then also I'll have to find some, what's it called? Some of the survival trees. And when I do, I'll stop and I'll show you what one looks like. But for now, I'm just going to keep on leveling. Probably get a little bit more rain, and then we'll call it a day. Alright guys, so really quick, this is what I was talking about with the survivalist trees. They show up as trees on your mini-map. So you can kind of see this guy right here. Basically all you do is you just walk up, and I believe you just right-click. Yep, and you'll start harvesting them. So you can see I'm chopping it down, and as I go, cut it down bits and pieces, and it pops out little bits of hardwood. Boom, all done, harvested, nice and good. So that's it. And yeah, back on to questing. Alright guys, so I'm back in town, did a little bit of questing, got that tree. We went up to help save Judge Kane, the guy that we had to meet, and he pretty much immediately died, which was kind of alright, whatever. So we got a few more quests here, but I think we've got enough for today. We hit level 10, showed you some crafting. I'm just going to turn in a couple of quests around here. As you can see, that merchant had a couple of amps for me. So I just went ahead and grab those, and now I can show you this. On the amps, I will have them available, so now I can use them. I think before in one of my earlier videos I had talked about unlocking the second and third tiers, but I hadn't really addressed that. Once you get up to these, the only ones that start out unlocked are these, or that you can just naturally unlock, are these in the first tier. All of these are available to everyone, and they're all the exact same. When you get into the second tier, you actually have to get an amp to use them, and then beyond that, same thing, you have to get an amp, and you have to have something in here, in this tier, before you can unlock this tier. So just a heads up. Same thing here, though. I believe, if I remember correctly, you have to actually unlock all the way up to level 3 before to unlock one of these. So it's not like you can just, put one in here, get your level 2s and your level 3s, and then one in here and get your level 2s and level... You have to actually amp all the way up to the tier, and then you can go on. Now, I believe once I put one in level 2, I can put one into level 3. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because on one of my other characters, I only have one in level 2 and then one in level 3. But yeah, so there's amps all over the world. You'll find them as drops. You'll find them on vendors. I'll probably buy them all just so that I have them. I want to make sure that I get a hold of them. As you can see here, I've got a couple that I've unlocked. That's why they're gray instead of red, but I can't get to them because I haven't leveled up the tier. Anyways, just wanted you guys to see that. So yeah, like I said, I'm just going to turn in a couple of quests and then get back to the main quest giver. So I will leave you guys there. Tomorrow we'll pick up, probably just concentrate on doing some questing, getting some levels. We're not going to see any major game functionality until we get to Thade, I believe. So we're going to see some housing. I'll be doing some crafting along the way, and we'll check out some more of the missions for Explorer missions. But other than that, as always, please like, comment, subscribe, leave any suggestions for me if you have any. And if you are in game and on the Micros server, please send me a friend invite or just a whisper. Say hi to YouTube if you see me on Patch Adams. Alright, as always, stay nerdy and be good to each other.